Morning class. Today I'm going to make a video in which I'm going to give you exam advice. We're going to talk about the different parts, the common parts of exams, especially the Cambridge exams, and I'm going to give you some tips and advice. Okay, first of all, if we look at this screen, okay, first of all, you can see I have different headings: present perfect, comparative, modal verbs, conditional, and miscellaneous. Okay. In the exam, one of the biggest reasons that people fail is not because they don't know the subject or they don't know the grammar. It's because they fail to show the examiner that they know it. Okay, I'll give you an example, okay? If I say to you, "Hello, my name is Danny. I am from Blackpool. I am married. I have 2 children." Okay. Very simple, but it's also grammatically perfect. But it's at a very basic level. My 7, 8-year-old, 9-year-old students can do this. So if you're doing an exam, especially an exam of Cambridge or a higher level English exam, you're not showing the examiner your ability. So, much better would be something like this. "Hello, my name is Daniel. I am from Blackpool, but I live in Spain. I have lived in Spain for many, many years." If I had to compare Blackpool and Spain, I think that Spain is much better. I love Spain. You should visit Spain. I have been married for 10 years. And I love being married. It is so good. Okay? I think you should get married one day. Okay? As you can see from the video, there are 2 ways of doing it. You can make what you say much better. You can give a much better grammatical example. So you need to prepare this. You need to practice it. You need to think about it. Okay? How can I present myself and use an appropriate level of grammar? So, what you should do is you should try to think of the present perfect. You can use it for any activity and place. As an example, if you say Toledo, you can say, "I have lived in Toledo for 10 years. Or, "I have lived in Toledo since 2009. Okay? If you want to talk about activities, you can use this as well. So, for example, "I have been swimming. I have played football." Very simple to do. You're using the present perfect. Okay? If you are thinking of any activity or place in the exam, try to use the present perfect. Look at comparatives. Okay? Good, better, the best. This is an absolute gift. As they say in Spanish, un regalo. Okay? Because you can describe almost anything with this. My friend is better than your friend. My shirt is better than your shirt. My shoes are the best. Fortnite is better than Minecraft. Liverpool Football Club are the best. Okay, so you understand you can use it to describe almost anything. So try to think how you can use it. Modal verbs might and should. Well, might just means that there's a possibility of something. So, for example, I might go to the cinema tonight. I might eat fish. Okay, and should is a suggestion. It's a suggestion. So you should try something. You should eat fish. It's healthy. You should go to Madrid. It's a fantastic city. It's a suggestion. Okay. Conditional. Very easy to use in many situations. If I had to choose something, I would choose this. I would do this. I would play this. I would live here. Okay. And then some miscellaneous. Very good to use some words like some, to for emphasis, or so for emphasis. However, on the other hand, in the first place. So try to think of this and use it appropriately. Okay, very, very common exercise in the speaking part of any Cambridge exams or any exams is to choose something, to actually have to discuss options and make a decision. So here you can see you have your friend is going on holiday for 3 months backpacking. You want to buy them a present, discuss the options and choose one present. And you can see the options. So what do we do? Well, first of all, describe the problem. Very briefly, describe the problem. You normally do this activity in pairs, so one of you must do this. Try to practice with a friend, okay? So simply describe the problem. We need to buy a present for our friend. Which one should we choose? Talk about all the options. What are they, okay? Briefly mention the options, okay? So, the first is a backpack, an iPad, some books, an MP3 or MP4 player, a music player, some underwear, or some makeup. Okay. Compare the options, compare the advantages and disadvantages. Try and use comparatives, modal verbs and the perfect tense. Ask your colleagues for their opinion. What do you think? Do you agree? So, for example, well, if you're going backpacking, you definitely need a rucksack or a backpack. You need a big one so you can carry all of your things. Okay? An iPad is fantastic, okay? Because you can take games on it and you can store books on it and use the internet. I think you should take an iPad, okay? An iPad is better than books. Because if you take books, okay, you can finish the books and you have nothing else to read. But on an iPad, you can store 100 books, okay? But a disadvantage of the iPad is that you need batteries. You must have batteries. So maybe you should take a book in case your batteries run out. Music could be a fantastic option. I have been on holiday before with no music and it was very sad. It was very sad. Okay? It's very important. You must take lots of underwear. You don't want to feel dirty on a holiday and you might not be able to find anywhere to wash. I have been on holiday before and I could not find anywhere to wash my clothes. And maybe you should take makeup. Even though you're backpacking, it's still nice to feel pretty and to feel your best. Okay? So I definitely think it would be a better idea to take some makeup than to leave it at home. Okay, next. You have to make sure that you make a decision. So you need to try to agree with your partner and make a decision. Okay? It's a very good idea to try to narrow it down to 2 possibilities. So, for example, for me, I think the best present would be either an iPad or a backpack. For me, the backpack is the most important item, but I think my friend would really like an iPad. So maybe we should buy him an iPad. What do you think? Oh, I think an iPad is a much better present than a backpack. So, do you agree with me? Yes, I do. Fantastic. So, let's buy the iPad. Okay, finally, make a conclusion or recommendation. So, we have decided that our best option is to buy an iPad. Okay, then we often get a situation where you have to compare some pictures. You have to describe and compare some pictures. So here we have the Chinese Wall, the Great Wall of China, and we have London. Okay, so try to use position. So for example, the wall is on the right of this picture. Okay, in this picture, okay, Big Ben is in the bottom left corner and the London Eye is in the top right corner. In the middle there is a river. It might be the River Thames. Try to use appropriate grammar, okay? Try to use some modal verbs, some comparatives. For me, London is better than China. There's lots of things to see and do, and of course, you don't have to get a plane for 15 hours. Okay? But culturally, China might be more interesting than London. I have never been anywhere exotic like China, so China might be a better idea. Okay, then try to gain agreement with your partner. Always ask their opinion. What do you think? Do you agree? Is this a good idea? Okay, and of course, answer the question. So if the question says to you, choose a destination, make sure you choose the destination and give a recommendation at the end. Okay. One of the sections that you have to do is the personal questions, okay? It is nearly always about family, social life, your activities or hobbies or jobs, okay? Very, very important rules. You must talk. This is a speaking test. Be prepared. Think about what you can say. Rule 2, prepare. Okay, you have to prepare. Okay, and rule 4, use relevant grammar. So practice it. Practice it. If you're talking about your family, say, I have 3 brothers and 2 sisters. It might be the craziest family in the world. Introduce the grammar. It might be. Okay. I have had a lot of time with my family. I have spent a lot of time with my family. Okay? They are all crazy, or they are fantastic people. My brother Seb might be the funniest. Okay? And my sister Jo, I'm sure she is the most sensible. Okay? Practice it. Think about what you're going to say before you go into the exam. Rule 3, lie. Okay, I know this sounds very bad, but the examiner does not know you. He does not know your situation and does not know your family or your hobbies. So, one of the worst exams I ever invigilated was when I asked somebody, tell me about your family. And they said to me, well, I have no brothers and sisters, and my mother and father are dead. It was so sad, I wanted to give them a hug. But This killed the conversation. It killed the conversation. How can you speak? What more can you say? This is an exam. You need to speak, so prepare something. Maybe talk about your grandparents. Maybe talk about your cousins. Okay? But have something to say. Okay? If you have no cousins, you have no grandparents, invent some. Lie if you have to. Okay? And the last rule, number 5, keep it simple, stupid. Don't say or do anything crazy. I often remember when I was young trying to impress some girls, and they would say to me, what film or book do you like? And I would say something crazy like Don Quixote or something like this to impress them. But then when they asked me more questions about them, I couldn't answer the questions. So keep it simple. Keep it simple. What book do you like? Harry Potter. You know everything about Harry Potter. It's very easy to talk about it. So keep it simple. Okay, the final section and the final advice is on listening, okay? Practice, 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 repeat, repeat, repeat. Okay, what do I mean by this? Well, in an exam, you normally listen twice, 2 times, then you answer the question. Okay? Well, when you are practicing, please do not do this. You need to get the script, get all the words to the conversation, listen to it, repeat it. If you don't understand, repeat it again. Read the words, repeat it again. Read the words, repeat it again, and continue to do this until you genuinely understand, until you genuinely comprehend what was said. Okay? It is the only way to improve your listening skills. Okay? Of course, you need to listen to everything. Put on the radio in English, put films on in English, with English subtitles, not Spanish subtitles. Listen, 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 and do it again and again and again. And of course, if in the exam you're not sure, be clever. Listen to the question. The questions often have a clue. There's often an obvious answer. So try to be clever and answer the question cleverly. Okay? Don't just guess A, B, C, or D and go, I don't know, C. Think about the question. Think what is the most probable answer. Okay? Good luck with all your exams and see you soon.